And now, Dr. Paul Wade presents the history of worms.
Tell you about a worm. He's the funkiest worm in the world. Okay, say it better. There's a worm in the ground, yes it is. That's right. 6 feet tall. 6 feet tall. It only comes around when he wants to get down. But when he comes out of his hole, it sounds something like this.
Do worms know what they are doing? Thinking and feeling, worms have a brain that connects with nerves from their skin and muscles. Their nerves can detect light, vibrations, and even some taste, and the muscles of their bodies make movements in response. Can a worm feel pain? But a team of Swedish researchers has uncovered evidence that worms do indeed feel pain, and that worms have developed a chemical system similar to that of human beings to protect themselves from it. The Swedish scientist J. Almut R. Hakansson F. How often do worms lay eggs? How often do worms breed? The breeding cycle is approximately 27 days from mating to laying eggs. Worms can double in population every 60 days. How often do worms lay eggs? How often do worms breed? The breeding cycle is approximately 27 days from mating to laying eggs. Worms can double in population every 60 days. Why do worms crawl on concrete? As worms breathe through their skin, they can breathe the oxygen in water, rather like a fish does. Scientists now believe the worms take advantage of the wetness to migrate, as they need that moisture to move across barriers such as cement, sidewalks, and curbs. The rain provides a slick runway for them. Could humans survive without worms? Arguably, without earthworms in our soils, life could vanish pretty quickly. We would have less food, more pollution, and more flooding. How many worms are born at a time? As the mucus ring is passed over the worm's upper body and head, it hardens and forms a cocoon. Each cocoon will contain between 1 and 6 worms. Inside the cocoon, the baby worms grow and are ready to hatch in approximately 3 weeks. Do all humans have worms? About half the world's population, parenthesize over 3 billion people, are infected with at least one of the three worms, forming what Columbia University para, um, parasitologist, yes, Dixon Desponmere calls the unholy trinity: large round worm, hookworm, and whipworm. How did humans get worms? Some are caught from food. You can get infected by touching objects or surfaces with worm eggs on them if someone with worms doesn't wash their hands. Touching soil or swallowing water or food with worms' eggs in it, mainly attached in parts of the world without modern toilets or sewage systems. Why did God create worms? God has created worms as every other creatures and things in this universe. No matter how small or big, worms are ecologically very important. They help in distribution of nutrients in the soil. They help water and air to permeate into the soil.